welcome to the video. Welcome back to the channel. Something a bit different today. That's not a speed camera. It looks like it. I thought that was a speed camera. I wasn't speeding, but I had to check. I apologise if the camera gets darker. There's not much I can do when I go under a tree or I'm facing a different way. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the video. We are on my way to my dad's house to do some hardtop stuff. Wow, it's foggy. Or is there a fire? Can't tell. If you've watched any of my other videos, first of all, thank you. We bought a new hardtop a couple months ago. It's been great, but it's coming into summer now, and anyone with an MX5 knows that summer is pretty horrible in these things. Today, the plan is to insulate the top of this roof. Yeah, so I've had this hardtop for a couple months now. It's been pretty good. There's been some issues, not necessarily to do with the build quality. I think it's actually been pretty good. For the amount of money I paid for this thing, I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. The hardtop has a few things that needs upgrading, which I said I would do in a later videos. It's the later video. I'm probably yelling because of road noise and wind noise, which brings us to why we're fixing it today, or one of the reasons. This thing is good. It's better, in my opinion, than the soft top as far as wind noise goes, and I know that it's a bit hit and miss with owners with these things. Secondly, heat. It's coming into summer in Australia now, and we will get up to 37, sometimes 40 degrees. It's going to be hot. And in dealing with summer with these things is not a fun time with a soft top. Hardtop, I would say it would be better if you get an OEM one that has all the trim. This does not. So, we're buying insulation today, essentially, to line the top of the hardtop, the inside, the ceiling. You'll probably hear it get noisy now, because I'm getting to 90 kilometers an hour, so I'm probably yelling. Or the wind noise is just ridiculous. I guess we will find out. So this is a good comparison though, before and after, because I've got to go on this road on the way home. This is what it sounds like at 110 kilometers an hour on a highway. I don't know how much of the mic will pick me up or the wind, but this is what it sounds like. We're doing 120 now. So that was it at 110. I don't know how much of that it picked up, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, we're buying insulation today to try and stop that. The roof itself is a, you can see the weave of the, what do you call it? You can see the weave of the fiberglass. It's rough and it kind of looks gross, to be honest with you. It looks like webbing. So I thought what I planned to do eventually was to put suede or something up there to really finish it and make it look a bit nicer, and also insulate it a bit. But it got me thinking that I could buy insulation wrap, soundproofing and heat-proofing wrap, put it up there first, and then put the suede on, or whatever, Alcantara, whatever we decide to go. Turns out my dad has some left over after he reupholstered his car, so I'm heading to his to go do that today. So yeah, we're gonna get some of that and just see if it works. It's it could be a really good and cheap solution, or it could not work at all. I think it will summer-proof the car a little bit. It's not costing me too much money in the grand scheme of things, so we'll just see how we go. All right, we're here. I made it. We got everything we needed. I didn't film the last bit because I ended up just driving. I didn't set the camera back up. This is what we got. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It'll probably work. It'll work. It's hood solution, sound absorption for machine hood. I honestly have no idea what the brand is. STP the brand is. And we just got some spray adhesive and we've got the lining that's going to go over the top. So this is just the undercoat, really. It's going to do the bulk of what we want it to do, and then to make it not look terrible, this is going over the top. This is in Dad's car. I'll just show you Dad's car real quick. He just got new rims. It looks really nice. But is it unlocked? Yeah. Right. The interior, just to show you what it's going to look like. He's done all this himself too. Actually looks really good in here. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there we go. The lights picked it up. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like on the inside of the MX5, which compared to what we have now is going to look a lot better. I'll show you what it looks like now. We'll go from there. Wow, the light changes a lot. So you can see the texture. I don't know how much light. Oh, there we go. It looks terrible, and you can hear it. It's very thin. I think the plan is we're just going to run it from the line of the mold. I'm not sure if they've done this in a second piece or what the go is, but yeah. So we're just going to take the hardtop off real quick. Yeah. But it's just awkward to carry.
You're good enough to remove your side?
Yeah, awkward.
I should get that tennis ball.
Alright, so we ended up just using newspaper.
Yep.
I almost forgot what that was.
The Newcastle's finest.
Just to make a template. And now we're just cutting it along the crease. We've just taped it all together. I mean, it'll work the same as cardboard, we just couldn't find any cardboard, so. Side note, this is Dad's Beetle. That's currently still being worked on.
Yeah.
Probably forever.
Stop it.
That's actually really cool. What is it again for the people at home?
It's a 63.
A 63
with a 1600 twin port.
with a
Ray J turbo.
With a 1600 twin port with a Ray J turbo. Look at that thing. It's actually really cool, the setup behind you. I like it. But yeah, it's had it for a little while. It's coming along nicely. I actually really like it. So we could have just used the hood stuff, the sound deadening, for a template because it's self-adhesive, so it's got a strip on it that it's not going to stick to anything. So we can cut it to size, use it as a template, put it down, and then put the other stuff over the top, and like it's going to be fine. But like I said, we move, we learn. So the newspaper idea is scrapped, and we just...
not scrapped. Let's just keep
well,
it.
we might need it, yeah, that's true. Right, so we're going to do that, and we'll see how we go. So, this is it, once the light hits it properly. So this should help us. We should be able to just cut this to size. I mean, it's pretty thick. I think it's like, what'd they say, 15 mil or something, I think I looked on the website.
It's got some foam in it.
But it's very squishy, so realistically, I think it'll be fine. I'm going to lose some centimeters, probably not, some millage. We have done a foamectomy to the driver's side. Like, the driver's side is disgusting, don't look at it. It's a terrible seat, but we'll get new ones soon. So I've got a lot more headroom than I used to, so I think it'll be fine. So yeah, we're just going to cut this as a template, and then we're good to go. I'm just taking off a little bit off the edge here, so when we do put the trim over the top, it actually will adhere under the lip rather than over the lip, and that'll keep this compressed rather than sort of sitting over the top under here, because we're not aiming for this line, we're aiming for this line. So the more we take off here, it'll have like a little bit of a dip to sort of adhere right up to that line, and that'll look a lot better. So we got the shape, we're just taking a bit more off, so it works. But so far it's looking good, and it's not too thick. I know I'm going to lose a bit of room, and we still have to put the suede stuff on, but so far this is working out better than I thought it would. We've come down onto the lunch table outside. It's going to be really bright. This is what we're dealing with. We had to switch it long ways to get material. We're coming right to the edge of what we have as far as material goes. I think it's going to be enough. I think it'll be fine. So we're just going to draw, mark it, and then cut it. It should be good. A bit of an issue, which is going to happen when we're cutting it by hand. There's not a lot we can do. We've lined up that side. We need to take some off there, but we're just falling short. Where is it? There. Now it's not a lot, and it's going to show, but I mean, to be honest, I'm not too fussed. Like the tiny little corners fall a bit short, but we're just going to get a razor blade and run all this down. So yeah, that's one of the main issues here. Just there, see that? And then we got to trim. Everything here is not too bad. But yeah, razor blade should do the job.
So how you look? Let's get the other bit down first, and then
Yeah.
trim it up where we need to from there.
So this is where we're at. I actually really like it, to be honest. It looks really good.
So it matches the colour of the car too.
So it's not going to look too crazy. The good thing is, like, it's all black, so it's not going to... There's going to be imperfections. We've cut the best that we could. It was an absolute pain in the ass. We used a blade and scissors. We're just following the lines have been the biggest issue and trying to get it even on both sides. So there's a few spots of concern, but I think once we get it down, we'll be able to... Once it's actually sealed to it, then it's hanging on to something, we can actually put pressure on it and cut it. So if we need to make any more adjustments, we can at the end, but we're just going to give it a crack. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Either way, I think it's still going to be an improvement. So yeah, we're just going to do the next bit, I guess. Alright, so we've masked it all up. Now we're just going to spray the adhesive down and then I guess cross our fingers and put the other stuff down. So it shouldn't get anywhere else. We should be right to just have at it, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to put it back on the tripod and we'll just go from there. How's the can feeling?
Yeah, you're right. I've probably got a bit there that we can use if we run out, but you're not going to run out.
Put the camera down. Alright, camera's getting warm, really warm, but we're finished, I guess. We've got some trimming to do. Honestly, we smashed it. As far as the edging goes, we're going to look for some trim solutions because obviously there's heaps of adhesive there. And obviously we can just clean it up, that's all. I'll just get some nice trim, probably something similar to this that's already there. Maybe a thinner rubber that's just like a rectangle strip that can follow it. And I'll just seal that down. I think that's a good idea. And this will be pretty permanent. Obviously, if I ever need to do it again, I'm hoping I don't have to. But if I ever need to, then it'll take some just ripping it off the fiberglass, I guess. But other than that, it looks really good. You can only barely see the patterns of the creases from the insulation. But other than that, it's a night and day improvement. And I'm actually really excited to have it in there. I think it's actually going to do a lot. All right, we're on. It's done. I just filled up. We're on our way home. I'm gonna get some food on the way home. Probably get some KFC. It's done. Realistically, the microphone will probably pick up if it's different at all, first and foremost. Because it's more sensitive than my ears. So yeah, we're not going fast though. So the big test will be when we get on the highway. So I've got some driving to do before I get there. So, bit of a success. Pretty happy with how it turned out. It's always good getting in the garage and work with Dad anyway. I enjoy that. So, like I said, even if we hear nothing, wow, that's rattling a lot. Even if we hear nothing, no change, and don't feel any change, I still enjoyed it, and it looks a lot better than what it did. So, we're about to get on a highway. I'm going to turn the aircon off. We'll do a decent pull. I don't know what you'll be able to hear, but we'll be able to see how the wind noise goes with the the hardtop. Not too bad. Doing 100 kilometers. I don't know. I'm sure there's immense shaking. 100 k's an hour. Better. I think better. An hour's work, $123. That's $95 for the insulation, it's more like $28 for the spray adhesive, and the stuff was free. The suede was free. Honestly, can't complain. I don't know if I'm yelling more. I'll have to look back at the footage. It'll probably show on the camera more than anything else. Or the microphone at least. I can't complain. Just by, I guess it's not butt dyno, is it? Ear dyno. Ear dyno? Ear dyno. It's pretty good. I'm chilling. It's aircon's on. It's 100. The car's driving okay. The wind noise is pretty minimal. A lot of the wind noise with these hardtops really depend on whether or not you're facing a headwind. You're always going to be facing resistance, but if the wind's blowing with you the way you're driving, it's a lot less, whereas I've turned corners and all of a sudden doing 60 and the wind is that strong that it's whistling. So it is what it is. I can make it a little, by dropping the windows down and taking the pressure off the middle of the roof, I can make it better, but with tint, this is going to feel really nice in here. Alright, we're back. We're all done. I just got home. I've had a bit of lunch. Cooled down because it's hot. First drive, first impressions, pretty good. I drove the whole way home with the windows up and the aircon on to see how it would fare. It's really hot today. It's a top of already 30. It's just rough. So this was the perfect time to do this. As far as heat management goes, pretty good. Sound management, there's still a lot of noise outside, but inside it doesn't feel as tinny. So it's definitely doing something. It's probably not doing a lot, but it's definitely doing something. As far as the look of it goes, this is with some light. Pretty happy with it. The camera's going to change because of the lighting, but aside from setting up, fixing the trim, it looks nice. It looks really nice. I don't think you can see it through there, but if I sit in, it's pretty good. It's really good. I'm really happy with it. like I said, there's a few trim things to fix up. Like the seal isn't great, but I'm going to have something, I've explained it a few times, across there to cover all this up. But honestly, success. I can't, just a successful day. It didn't take too long, it wasn't too hard, it was a bit fiddly. It wasn't too cheap. I mean, it cost me about $130 all up today just to do this. But I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed. Next video is probably going to be more hardtop stuff. I might go through and explain everything that we've done to the hardtop so far. And then like living with the hardtop for a while. And just like a review on it. And then I've got some other stuff to do. But for now I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, if you enjoy any MX5 videos or car videos in general and like to watch stuff change, then I'm going to be making more videos soon. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll catch you hopefully in the next one.